Hello, Taurus, and happy birthday to those of you who are going to be celebrating birthdays soon, or maybe you've already celebrated. This is your May 2020 overview reading, and this is good for you if you're a sun, moon, or rising Taurus. Before we get started, take a moment to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram at Onyx Healing. If you are more interested in working with me or seeing what I have to offer, go over to onyxhealing.com for all of that. I'm going to keep it simple this month, and we're going to do a Celtic cross. And the other thing that I want to mention is because it is your birthday month, you do get a bonus card because it's your season. So make sure you stay tuned until the end to get all of that. I'm going to go ahead and lay these cards out, and then we will get started. Okay, let's start with your oracle cards for this month. We have Be Brave, Stay Wild. So there's something about like really facing your fears or investigating your fears, like really digging into that, what's going on there, you know, aside from just like general anxiety that might be kicked up right now. What are you really resistant to or fearful of or concerned about? It just seems like there's information and wisdom there for you. And then we have the Orphan. So is there some abandonment coming up? Is there some fear or loneliness? Because I do think about isolation, abandonment pictures, things like that kind of coming up with the Orphan card. Fear of this, right? This is a big fear for a lot of people. So again, it's like confronting these pieces and these parts. You might be experiencing more emotions or getting stirred up and kicked up right now because of how much empty space there is. And this is something that it seems like wants to be worked through. Because this is technically like an inner child picture, right? This isn't something that's experienced in adulthood. It's something that, you know, is very characteristic of like the orphan child. That's the archetypal energy of this. And so it does look like there's some stuff bubbling up to the surface. And then we have Thrive, imagine an easeful, prosperous outcome, create a pathway to resources that support your vision, release any tendency to assume a struggle is necessary. Okay, I love that last one. A struggle is not necessary at all. Obstacles, sure. Obstacles are always going to be there, but a struggle isn't. The central energy of the month for you is the Star. Perfect. It says you're about to be famous. Well, I highly doubt all the people on here are going to be famous, but you get the idea. It's the spotlight, it's destiny, it's things going on behind the scenes, it's the stars are aligning, things are getting clearer. And then the crossing energy is the Two of Cups. So you have a lot of soulmate energy on the table. And there's like little commentary. I'm not gonna read all of the commentary on these cards, but they're really funny. This deck is. The Star is a soulmate. This is partnership. So it could be healing, learning, or evolving through that. So either through a connection, through a relationship, it's kind of like this is the avenue to alignment. That maybe you're like reflecting on a breakup. Maybe you're reflecting on past relationships. Maybe you are dabbling in, you know, connecting with new people. I mean, who knows how this is going to be manifesting for you. But the important thing to recognize about all of this is that things are clicking into place. Things are moving in the right direction. Things are aligning, like you're not being misled here. And then what you have shifting out is the Hermit. So it actually seems like your energy is going to be increasing in the next month, because anytime you have the Hermit moving out, that means that things are going to be ramping up. So if you felt like you were really low energy, you weren't able to, you know, pick up your pace, or maybe your body was just kind of demanding that you take more rest than usual. It's kind of like each stage, no matter where you're at or how you're processing, is necessary. So, but be gentle with yourself on that. Know that things are clicking into place. It just seems like connection is kind of the lens, or what's going to give you the right type of reflection in order to, you know, piece some things together, maybe work through some abandonment pictures that are coming up. And also, this is really great in terms of setting you up for partnership. So for those of you who are really focused on that, or really craving partnership, remind yourself that both of these cards are highlighting this is a necessary part of the process for you to evolve into being ready and available for that. And available for high quality connections, period. What you have in the oncoming position is, wow, the Lovers. Told you. It's funny, it says you instead of the Lovers. Again, it's like the partnership piece or the decision making, because the star alignment with whatever your goals, dreams, aspirations, whatever you're like planting seeds in your future for, it seems like the decisions that are oncoming are putting you in that direction. Your alignment right now is all putting you in that trajectory. So some of you, this is a great reading if you are focused on partnership, but even if you're not, alignment, reflection, and then decision making is kind of the story that's being told here. So yes, it is happening. It's just that there's a collective like inability to see what's oncoming. So that might be kind of stumping you or stalling you out, or making you feel really uncertain in what you're creating. But this is just reminding you, it's like options are going to open up. You just need to like hang tight, get your energy right. The outward manifestation is the Nine of Cups. Man, like happy birthday. Seriously, this is such a happy birthday reading if I've ever seen one. You know, it's like good news, wishes coming true, all of that good stuff, just sitting waiting for you to really enjoy and receive it. Because the main thing that I like reminding people is that God is a yes man. So whatever you're holding the energy for, God is going to say yes, 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 every single time. Let's see what's going on in the subconscious. Four of Wands, reason to celebrate. This is your home, your nest. Obviously, people are experiencing a lot more downtime at home time right now, just as a whole. And so I think there is like an alignment that's happening, starting with you, your energetics, your deep alignment, the work that you're doing, whatever that may be. And then make sure you recognize what is going well. You can't skip gratitude right now. Don't skip out on that or overlook it. It's like show appreciation for each and every little itty bitty thing that's coming up. And then the Four of Wands is just reminding you like it starts at home. Like your environment is going to be really important right now for you to tend to. It's going to support the subconscious. It's going to support your inner child, all of that. And then to clarify, we have this, wow, you have the Star again. There's more to the story that it's kind of like, I'm not going to be able to read. It looks really exciting, but the Star is kind of mysterious. It's like there's a method to the madness is the Star energy. It's like you have to have deep faith in trusting that, which is the scary part, right? Trusting is what makes it scary in the beginning. Advice for you is the Four of Cups. So do you feel like you're satisfied and you're just kind of turning things down? Like, are you okay with where you're at? Or is this saying you need to be more inviting to the things that are coming towards you. Alignment is about giving yourself permission to receive the thing energetically. And so that's what's coming through here is like, some of you might just feel satiated and be like, nope, I'm good. That can be one way to view this. For others, it might be like, no, you need to work on that receptivity. So just figure out, which camp are you living in? Do you feel like you're receiving good things and you're really available for that? Or do you feel like you might be stalling things out a little bit? And then the external influences, we have the 3 of Coins. I'm going to clarify this. The Moon. I think you're building, but you don't really know how that's going to play out, which can kind of bring up some resistance to building. I know for many people, including myself, it's like, well, how is this going to turn out? And I think the message here is, it's okay if you don't know how it's going to turn out. You want to keep moving through it. You want to keep going. And you kind of need to trust the uncertainty right now. Again, it's so annoying, but it's true. It's definitely true. So just breathe through this confusion, because it's like you are building things in your environment, whether or not you're really seeing results or not. It's still working. It's still moving. It's just that it can feel really ungrounding. The experience of it can feel that way, but it doesn't mean you should stop building. It's like the soil is fertile. So keep planting seeds, keep nurturing the plants, keep doing all of that, even if you feel like, oh my God, I don't know which direction I'm going, or I don't know if this is going to work. Just keep moving with that. And then the hopes and fears, we have the Ladies' Man. No, this is the King of Cups. That's what it says up there, the Ladies' Man. Are you worried about your emotions getting in the way of your goals? Like, are you worried about either discouraging yourself, talking yourself out of something, being resistant? I mean, I'm trying to see like how this is a hope card exactly. Like if this is showing up as hope for you. Maybe you're making a lot of emotional progress and you're recognizing that. And you're just holding the vision for like a really evolved emotional body and well-being. That could also be what's happening here. But I'm getting, for the majority of you, I think it's actually going to come up as you concerning yourself with the potential that you could be interfering with your progress because of your emotional work. But I just want to remind you that no matter where you're at in the process, it's still work. Like you're still going to make progress regardless, so long as you're being conscious. And then the outcome of the month, we have the Page of Wands. And so this is about evaluation. So I think by the end of the month, you're going to have questions and you're going to be super reflective on like, what do I want? What direction am I going? Is this working? Is this not working? You want to go through each step of the way. And this is just inviting that step. So it seems like that's kind of where that's the platform that you have by the end of May, is you're set up to evaluate where you're at, check in with yourself. It's like you kind of want to go through and toss out things that don't work by the end of the month. Okay, let's get into the timeline, first, second, third, and fourth quarter. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands. This is victory, alignment, making it happen. It's like a flow state. That's where the alignment comes from, because when you're aligned, you can really get into a flow state. And I think, again, the energy levels are picking up at the beginning of the month. Second quarter, we have the Five of Cups. Don't look over that gratitude. Don't skip over whatever is going well, because the Five of Cups is all about focusing on what isn't working and that being a distraction. That you don't have any cards on the table at all that indicate that this makes sense. Everything does make sense. That's why I'm putting it in air quotes. But you get what I'm saying. Like there is a lot more that's going on, and there is a lot more that's available, but you really have to look for it, which is the hardest part. And that is the work for you this month, because this is a spectacular reading. So you really have to see it as such. And then the third quarter, we have death. Seeing things from a new perspective. This is growth. This is change, personal evolution, shedding your skin. That'll be interesting in that third quarter. And then wrapping up the month, we have the Six of Cups. I mean, you have like all these relationship cards coming up, including this one. Although this is also nostalgia. So inner child, we can't ignore that when the Six of Cups comes up. But this is really exciting to see this wrapping up with like another soulmate card. It's kind of like you're doing the healing work, getting into alignment, getting clarity. Those are three big themes that are coming up for you. Now let's do a 3-card pick. And remember, you have a bonus card. So don't duck out yet so you can get that card. You're welcome to pick a card, any card, ask a question, ask for guidance, clarity, whatever it is that you need. Card number 1, Page of Coins. You have to show up first. So you might be feeling like this card is screaming at me. If you're saying to yourself, when I'm ready, that's a dangerous game to play, because you're going to have to show up before you're ready necessarily. It's kind of like you're going to have to show up. You're going to have to just try. It's okay if you fail, but you need to try. And so you can't worry about success when you're showing up in the space. You have to attempt first and go from there. You can't just sit on your hands and wait and contemplate. Contemplation is not going to bring you clarity or wisdom. Card number 2, we have the Wheel. So the Wheel of Fortune. Things are moving. That some people say, you know, like the wheel is turning in your favor. That's what I've been getting from this entire reading. But you have to allow. So you have to give this some breathing room and just trust that it's working for you and really relax into that, which is, you know, challenging. That is a practice that we have to do. But just know the empty space is not your enemy. You have a lot of things that you can do with the unknown. So use it wisely, plant your seeds, get clear. And then card number 3, we have the 3 of Coins once again popping up. You are in a good position to do the work, give the effort, take the action. This is a good time to do that. So build it, make it. Like I said, the soil is fertile, even if you feel like you're really unstable. The soil is still super fertile for you. Let yourself. And then take like the practical next steps for you. I'm just getting that that's whatever you can do that makes sense, that you're available for at this time, that is, you know, safe to do. And do it. Just with whatever circumstances you have going on. It doesn't matter what, right? Because you might have certain restrictions or parameters. That's totally fine. Just take the right next action within those parameters. And then let's see, your bonus card, your birthday card. What is it? Third eye chakra. This is your imagination space where you see your next steps. This is your intuition space as well. At least that's where you're seeing, your clairvoyance lives, right? The third eye, the emphasis here is on imagination. Imagining a positive outcome, imagining things going your way, expecting that things go your way even if you don't know how or whatever. So the third eye is, it seems like this is really giving you that nudge. Go play in imagination space. Like, don't be afraid to fantasize and really get into the energy of what you want your future to look like. Use this wisely though, because it's kind of like if you get sucked into thought holes of tragedy and despair, that's gonna have the opposite effect. That's gonna make you feel bad. It's not gonna support anything within your body. So the third eye is just reminding you, choose your mental movies wisely. And that's going to be really, really helpful. Don't be afraid. I know Taurus is such a practical earth sign, but it's kind of like, don't be afraid to dream and fantasize. Don't be afraid of that. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications if you want to know when I put out new readings. And don't forget to sign up for my newsletter, which is down in the description box below. You'll get a free dealing with family meditation, and you'll also get readings sent to your inbox, as well as other information on all sorts of good stuff that I put out. If you would like to know which decks I used in this reading, they're all listed in the description box. If you need to work with me, go to onyxhealing.com, and I will see you beautiful people later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.